So in this video, I will show you how to create a loop in Java code. When you have a Java source code and you have a statement that you keep repeating, like this one, sys out hello 4 times, what you can do with it is to wrap a statement that you want to repeat with the loop, like while loop or for loop. Before you have a loop, you need some kind of counter that count how many rounds that you want it to repeat. So I declare one variable called counter as an int and assign the value to it as a 0. Okay. And you write, in this case I will use a while loop. So in the while loop, it will just look similar to the if statement. With the parent inside here, we put in some kind of expression with return true or false, some kind of condition, or we call it continue. And then inside this blanket, we put in the statement that we want to repeat. In this case, it's system out print line, so I will just put this one here and delete the rest of them. And in the condition, in this condition will be used to test if this condition return true. It will keep repeating this statement or any statement inside the blanket. So in this case, I want it to repeat until counter is less than or equal 3, and then I keep count up every round when it runs. Okay. So when I run this, I should get a result as previously I put in sys out statement 3 or 4 times. So as I told you in the lecture or the lab, the while loop or any loop will consist of 3 main components. First is start, and continue, and step. The start we use to initialize or any variable that required in the while loop statement here. And the continue is the condition that check whether the statement should be repeat. If it return true, it keep executing this. If it's false, then it out of the loop. Then it go to statement beyond the while loop. The step is used to change any variable or aimly to change the condition here in the continue. So compare with our code here, this is our start statement, and counter less than or equal 3 is continue statement, and counter plus plus is step statement. Now when I want to change this loop into the for loop, for example, if I want to create a for loop instead of while loop, so what I do is the for loop is it already include 3 main statements: start, continue, and step. So the start is an int counter equals 0. Continue is counter less than or equal 3. Step is counter plus plus. Okay, I will just copy this one here and delete this whole thing. Okay. Now this for loop would do exactly the same thing as we previously had the while loop. So we print out for hello. Okay, so when the for loop run for the first round, the counter is become 0, and the next round it will become 1 because it go to the step statement here keep incrementing it. And the next round would be 3, okay, until it get to 4 and it is out of the loop. So when it's out of the loop, I will just print out counter is. So instead of declaring counter here, I'll declare it here. Okay, and this one has to be counter. So when I run this, I got the first round counter is 0, the next round counter is 1, and the third round the counter is 2, and the fourth round the counter is 3. And when it's out of the loop, the counter becomes 4. Okay, because it increment here, and once it check with the continue, it return false, so it goes out of the loop, and this statement is no longer executed, and then it execute this one and anything beyond it. Now in the loop, we can also cheat the loop by using statement like continue. The continue statement is used when you want to skip that route loop. For example, in this for loop, it just print out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I wanted to, let's say, if I wanted to print out 0 to 10, then I put in 10 here, then it print out 0 to 10. Now, if I want to print out only the round when the counter number is odd number, like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, what I can do is I can use the continue statement to skip the sysout hello counter here. To do that, I put in the if counter mod to not equal 0, just to check that counter is an odd number. If it's an odd number, I say continue. Okay, so when it print out only the even number and skip the odd number. When you do continue, it just go back to the step statement here, and then execute this continue statement right away without finishing the rest of the statement inside the loop. The other statement to cheat the loop is called break. If I say break here, okay, let's just run it. So when I run it, it just print out hello and out of the loop. Because the break, it just finished the loop right away. Unlike a continue, it just finished that round of the loop. But break finish the loop and go out of the loop here. The other thing you can do with the for loop or while loop or any of the loop is inside the loop you can put in any statement, if else statement, or variable declaration, or even the loop itself. For example, in this loop it runs 10 times. I can wrap this loop with another loop. Let's put it outside. So when I wrap this loop, inside the inner loop here, it will run 10 times. and then outside run 5 times. So at the end it will run 50 times, because each of this round of the outer loop will run this round 10 rounds. Okay, so 5 multiplied by 10 is 50. So let's say if I want to print out the counter of each of this loop. Okay, then the first round of the outer loop here, it print out J0. Okay, so J becomes 0 until it reaches 10. Then it finishes this round of the outer loop, and then increment J again, and then print out 10 times, which is 10 round of this loop, and then increment again J become 2 until it reaches 5. Okay, and that is out of the loop. So that's it for the loop. Thank you for watching.